G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the vlog. In this episode, we're going to be heading down to Adelaide, obviously, because that's where we usually play poker. But it was Friday the 13th, it was my birthday, 57 years young. I know I look old, but I still only feel about 20. So we had about 10 mates all come down. We went out for tea, and then we were heading to the Torrens River. It was the Australian Barefoot Skiing Championships, and we got a young mate there, Benny, who specialises in the barefoot ski jumps. So we went down there to watch him, but sadly it all got cancelled. It was pissing down with rain and windy, and it was going to be a night session, so it would have been pretty cool. They don't usually have speedboats in the River Torrens, so this was a special one-off, so it would have been pretty cool watching him at night time with him going over the ski jumps. I found one of his old ski jumps for those that don't understand what I'm talking about, so we'll play that now and you can see what he does. So pretty crazy stuff, going about 40 mile an hour up over about a 2.5, 3 foot jump barefoot, and then you've got to land it and they measure the distance. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, but unfortunately it all got cancelled, and the next day got cancelled as well. I think they redid it on Monday. We weren't there, but young Benny went along and won the Australian title, so well done. After that, we just wanted to get out the cold, so closest place was the casino. We all sat around there for 3 or 4 hours drinking. They were feeding me rums and beers. They were all having a bit of a game of roulette and stuff. I'm not really into those much, but once a few beers got into me, I thought we'll have a quick crack at roulette. So grabbed $100, scattered the board for about 5 spins, and lucky enough to win. I think it was 230 or something. I think I should tell you what it is in my drunken state. But yeah, a little bit of fun. Hung around with everyone till about midnight, and I shouldn't have gone up and played, but I did. I didn't feel too bad, so I went up and played a bit, and you'll see what happens in some of the hand reviews there. Hang around to the end, guys. I want to go through our $10,000 bankroll challenge, which is going reasonably good, and also my weight loss, which is going good. And I also run into Fedor Holz, so I have a bit of a chat with him. Obviously it wasn't the real bloody one, but he looked bloody close to me, and so yeah, did a bit of bullshit with him while I was drunk. So hang around, and that's all going to be coming up in a minute. And at the end though, we're going to go through a few of those results, so we'll catch you guys a bit later on. G'day guys, how's it going? It's my birthday today. Bloody 57 years of age. I know I don't look it. I look like I'm I've had a couple of beers tonight. We were here originally to go down to the river in Adelaide and watch the Australian Barefoot Water Ski Championship.
And we've had a jolly good time.
But we've got a good mate, young mate in it, who's one of the top 5 barefooters in the world. But it's pissing down with rain and it was windy, so we've ended up coming to the casino. And this is one of my mates, Gav Clark. I've got to put up with him all the time. He's just,
you can put this on Facebook.
He's just annoying. Just annoying.
Mel.
That's Mel. No, this is going on with vlog. So we got about, I don't know, 10 of us have come down from Tail and Bend to watch this. But seeing it was that shit, we decided to come to the casino and have a bit of a look around. So we'll do a bit of a look around the Adelaide Casino down the bottom. There we go, there's Smeds. And if you're... It's not a photo, you got to... So that's a bit of the Adelaide Casino. I'm pretty sure I'm probably not supposed to be doing this because they're pretty strict with the cameras in here, but stuff them. So yeah, we might get upstairs for a bit of a game of poker later on. I'm not too sure what the time is. I think it's only about 9 o'clock at night. Had a fair few beers that they keep buying me, but when they go we might have a little session playing poker. Catch you guys later.
Serious?
So my footy team, the Adelaide Crows, are playing tonight, about 500 metres away, that way across the river.
And I follow Collingwood.
And they're like top of the ladder, and tonight they have gone shit. They're still,
Collingwood, good old Collingwood for real.
they're still about, actually, still about 10 minutes of the game to go. Adelaide Crows were big favourites, and there's no Crows supporters left there because they're all here in the bar. That's Crows supporters, and I've been watching it up on the big screen. I watch the two lovebirds here, but watching the footy up on the big screen, Crows were shit tonight, feeling bad, but yeah, that's how it goes. So I had this little bit of a drunken talk here with Fedor Holz. I reckon it looked like him, so I don't know. Tell me what you think.
With Fedor Holz, amazing. Fedor's turned up, have a game of poker with me, but it's good to see you, Fedor. How come you've got an Australian accent? You're supposed to be German.
I am German.
Oh, sorry.
He's got a pretty good German accent.
Good to have a game with you. Good to meet you. See ya.
And I put this little collage together of the both of them. I reckon they look the same. Let me know in the comments. Are they close, or are my eyes just completely knackered and they look completely different? Had to shut up a couple of security guards there. Midnight. We've got a couple of mates down playing the pokies. We're going to have one little crack. I don't like playing when I'm drunk, but we're going to go and have a bit of a crack. One 215 bucks on roulette. Fuck, we're going good here, aren't you? A few beers and a few rums. Yeah, won $251 on roulette. And we're heading up the stairs now, and we're going to have a bit of a crack at the poker. A little bit drunk, shouldn't be playing, but I'm going to play extra tight and see how we go. We'll get back to you soon. So this will be called the Drunken Birthday Vlog. Catch you guys soon.
They should have let me in.
20, rolling away from you.
G'day guys, how's it going? Did a bit of a naughty tonight. I went up and played poker after my birthday, so I was a little bit drunk. Everyone was feeding me beers and rums and stuff. But I'd won a couple hundred playing roulette, which I never play, hate the game, but everyone else was playing, so I decided to chuck $100 in and just scattered the board and for 10 minutes and ended up winning, I don't know, 250 or something. So I sat down and had some more drinks, and they wanted to go home. I thought we were going to have a bit of a poker, which may play a poker, which maybe I shouldn't have done. I was in for 550 and ended up cashing out for 692, so a profit there of 142. So pretty happy to sneak my way out, being a bit drunk there. I don't recommend playing when you're drunk. Would have been a lot more up. I got caught in this hand with trip threes, and a guy made a straight last card. Looking back at it, my fault. I slow played the trip threes. I had the trip threes on the flop, slow played them, and he would have been out, I think, if I bet on the flop. So lesson to learn there, don't try and be too smart. Although the straight he got was just unbelievable. So but that's the way it goes. Good night overall. Heading back to the van now. I've got the van parked down Hindley Street in a little back street. The rest of the crew are camping out in hotels with their wives and girlfriends. So I've got the van down a little side street, so I'll go and camp there. We will catch you guys later, maybe with a couple of hand reviews. Probably when I wake up tomorrow, I won't remember any of them, so we'll see what happens. Catch you guys soon. G'day guys, how's it going? Sitting in the back of the van here, ready to go to work in an hour or so's time. Nice little cul-de-sac here, might be able to see out the door there. Sitting under the tree, about a couple of minute walk to work. So, my drunken night. Got a few hands here to review that I happened to write down. There's also a lot of them which I forgot all about. I know I had a reasonably good run. I did get up to about $400 or $500 in front at one stage. But we'll go through these hands. This first one was one up. The guy next to me on my left, he's a dealer from the Matchroom Poker Room. That's the poker room in Adelaide where they can only do tournaments. Casinos are the only place you can officially play poker in Australia. Obviously there's plenty of private games and stuff as well. So he's a dealer there. Not too sure if he remembers me. I haven't been there for a little while. But one of those annoying dealers that wants to talk about his home game, everything that happened the night before when he was dealing, so he annoyed me right from the start. So I get in this hand with him and a couple of other players to start off with. I get dealt a pair of nines. I decide to raise it up to $17 and I get three other callers. Flop ends up being pretty handy for me, so still making my nines look pretty good with 3 undercards, and I decide to bet again, continuation bet $25, when all of a sudden the guy next to me raises it. It was actually a snap raise up to $60. So the other two guys end up folding, trying to work out what he got here, thinking he's got ace 8, ace 6, or he's got some suited diamonds. So that's what I'm putting him on. Slight chance he could have trips in there somewhere, but not thinking he would at this stage. So I put the call in, and we get the turn, which is very handy for me. I end up getting the trip nines. I know he's going to bet again, so I end up checking. He puts a bet in of $50 and I raise him all in. He ends up, he did go into the tank for a minute, nodding his head, wondering what's going on, and as you can see here, he had the aces and I cleaned up, and it even got better with pairing up on the board and ended up filling up. So good hand for me, not so good for him. He was pretty shitty. That put him out for the night. He started whinging at the other dealer. You think he'd know it's a dealer, it's got nothing to do with the dealer. So yeah, didn't like the way he had to go at the other dealer. So that's how it goes. If you can't handle that sort of beats, well, maybe you shouldn't be playing. But worked out good for me, so yeah, nice little pot there. This next hand, I'm on the button, and I get in this hand with Kevin. He's a bloke I've known for a long time. I used to deal to him years ago. Been playing poker for a long time. He's probably about 65 years of age. Pretty good player. Not too crazy. Probably a pretty tight sort of player, I suppose. Bit of a nit. But seems to go pretty good most of the time. So again, I mightn't have played this right knowing him. I probably played a little bit wrong. Probably could have got more from him. I get dealt a pair of sevens. He raises at 25, and I want to see a flop with my pair of sevens. Now with him raising it, I know he's got aces or something. He's got to have ace king, ace queen, fairly big pair. That's the way he plays. So I'm really hoping to jam a 7 here, which it works out. So we end up with 4 runners here, and ace 7-4, which probably ends up being the best flop for me, knowing that he's probably going to have an ace. He bets $25 straight out. Next guy folds, and I put in a bit of a raise here and put it up to $65. This guy folds. Now this guy, Kev, knows I'm a reasonably good, well, steady player. I'm not going to say good because I'm hoping I'm good, but we're definitely improving. But he knows I'm a pretty steady player, and he just calls knowing that he might be in a bit of trouble here. He's definitely got aces. He's got ace king, ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, something like that. So that's what I'm putting him on. Next card ends up being a 10, so this might have even helped him more. He checks. I decide to go again. $45. Too small a betting range here. Probably something I shouldn't do, just because I I've known the guy for a while. I think I underbet there. I should have been betting a lot bigger, knowing I had him. And but anyway, turns out okay. He calls again. Last card comes in again. 3 of clubs. He checks again. I bet 55. This could have been a lot higher. He did actually go into the tank for a little while and then ended up calling. So nice little pot there to win. Okay guys, this last hand, battery went flat in the van, so I'm walked across to work in the office now. And yeah, this last hand we get here, I get into a hand against seat number 4. He was under the gun +1, and I was in the hijack position. I get dealt a nice little hand, 3-4 of diamonds. It checks all the way around. I just decide to check it so I can get to see a flop, and we end up with 4 runners in. Nice little flop for me. I end up getting my trip 3s, so it checks to me, so I put in a $35 bet there. That ends up getting rid of the 2 blinds. And then the guy under the gun +1, he ends up calling, so not too sure what he's got. Next card comes out, not too bad. He's a 10, so I think I'm still okay there. He checks. I put in a bet now, $55, and he comes along for the ride again. So trying to work out what he's got, whether he's got ace jack, ace 10, something like that. Obviously no flush draw there, so yeah, not too sure. Wouldn't have thought he had the straight draw with that sort of a board. But we then get the river, king of clubs, and he snap goes all in, $188. I did go into the tank for a little while, but I've had a few beers. I'm going to call with my trip 8s. And he ends up turning over Queen 9 of spades. Got a up and down straight draw after the turn, and he rivered it and got it. So not too sure what happened then. Maybe my bets weren't quite big enough. I think he was just a bit of a crazy player and was getting close to the end of the night. He was probably going to hang in no matter what. I don't know what with, but he ended up getting the pot, and a fairly big one at that. That ended up putting me I was still up. The chips on the board there aren't exactly right. I think after this hand I was still about 80, $100 up. Night didn't last too much longer. It was nearly the end of the night. They shut the tables at 3:40 in the morning. Well, they call last 3. So I went through. I think I won a couple of small other pots, which ended up putting me I think it was $142 up or something. But that hand there was a little bit of a killer for me. Could have been a really good night. So thanks for watching the vlog, guys. With the $10,000 bankroll challenge, we're currently $5,394 up. So going pretty good there. It's actually been an unbelievable run since I started the vlog, so I'm hoping my poker's been improving a bit. I think that's about 5 or 6 now without loss, and our biggest loss was only 177, so bit of an unbelievable run. I'm sure it's probably going to go downhill at some stage, but we'll keep it going as long as we can. So pretty happy with that at the moment. Weight loss, pretty good. Lost about 7 kilos in the last 3 weeks. Started off with my 100-hour fast, and now I'm just doing low carb, high fat diet and intermittent fasting. So trying to only eat once a day when I can. Obviously that doesn't happen all the time, and try and do a bit of walking at the moment. And then once I get a bit of fitness, we might start heading back to the gym. So that's going okay. The other thing I was going to tell you about is this Golden Bone tipping competition. It's a greyhound tipping competition they have. I'm not too sure they have greyhounds in America, in racing that is. I know they have them in England and Australia, a couple of other countries, but fairly big in Australia. And they have this once a year tipping competition where you've got to pick the winner of each race for 9 weeks in a row. If you pick a winner, you get 30 points. If it comes second, you get 20 points. If it comes third, you get 10 points. First week, 8 weeks ago, I actually fluked it and won it. And the winner of each round wins $250. So I won $250 and was leading out of 1,000 people. Winner gets 10 grand, second 2 grand, third 1 grand, and fourth gets to take 10 of his mates to the restaurant for a free meal and a bit of a few beers. So I don't really follow the dogs that much. I've got a mate though that works for Dogs SA and he's on the radio with tips. He's pretty good. So Toddy Gray, shout out to him. And he usually goes pretty good. He's on Twitter, so that's where I sort of followed him. And then he put up about this competition with the dogs, so naturally we had a crack. So we've been up and down, but we're into 1 week to go next Thursday. Well, actually in 2 days' time. And I'm coming bloody second out of the 1,000 people that are in it. So I'm getting a bit nervous now. Got really no idea what I've been doing. I've just been taking favourites, basically. So we're going to see how we go. And hopefully Thursday we can have a good run. But I'm only 25 points behind the leader, so that's less than 1 race win. But I have got about 8 or 9 other guys all right up my clacker, so it's pretty close there. But yeah, I'm not getting too excited about it. Be good if we can get in the money somehow. If not, hey, we won $250 out of it. So that's about it for the vlog. Thanks for watching. Press the like buttons if you get this far. Trying to get these subscribers up. Pretty hard. Maybe my vlogs are shit. Not too sure. But I'm going to keep at it. I enjoy doing the editing. Got no one helping me. Like a few of the other top guys seem to have their own editors and all that. But I know most of the vloggers do it themselves. And yeah, it takes a bit of time. But I enjoy it. So we're going to keep persisting, and hopefully we can, if we ever get up to 1,000 subscribers, I would be bloody happy. So we'll keep going at it. Thanks for watching. We're going to catch you guys, and next vlog should be out pretty soon. Got it all ready to go. Just got to sort it all out. So about 3 or 4 hours work to do, and I should have that vlog out hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days. Catch you guys then. See ya.